One should also be a little bit watchful for that attachment. But again, here, no, we can say in scripture are described beneficial attachments also. No? As with all attachments, we have to a little bit be careful with it. But still, they are beneficial. No? They are the attachments of the higher chakras. No? The attachment of the lower chakras, they are towards security and pleasure and ego, let's say, status, public image. All these things are less beneficial, still natural, still needed. But the ones who connect us from the heart chakra, the ones who bring the seeing, the truth, and then the ones who bring us beyond the elements towards silence, those are the beneficial attachments. But yeah, of course, the main problem I think in attaching to peace too much is when we are seeing others or the environment as the reason why we lose our peace. That is the main issue. So that we should always be very aware. Okay, when we meditate, for example, we can try to make it quiet. But if then the birds, anyhow, they feel like having a party in the garden and they make lots of noise, we should not get angry with the birds, which can happen. No, I have had that. I remember, well, it's a long time ago, but I was then very serious about my meditation and used to meditate a lot in the forest. Like at the entrance of a cave, you can say. That was my favorite spot that I had there in south of France, where I went back last year. I remember maybe that story. But so it was much younger, maybe 20 years ago. And yeah. Okay, I really achieved deep peace and really got something out of that practice there. But that did create that problem. And I remember being angry even at the trees making too much noise. Like when there was a wind, one really tall tree, so they tend also to kind of make cracking noises and the leaves rustling. And I was like, I'm fortunately not the only one having this problem, because the form of Shiva called Rudra is precisely that. Rudra is the one who gets angry at anyone who is disturbing his peace, and then in stories with Shiva, it is usually Kama, the lord of desire, who is doing that. And then Shiva is famously known to burn Kama to ashes with the yogic fire coming from his third eye, And then that creates another problem, because then suddenly in the world there's no more desire, so then everything stops, because desire makes everything move. So then again, Shiva has to find a solution. It's all interesting stories, no? Because they explain some very basic things which we every day actually are involved with. So, but yeah, like Rudra, we can have too much attachment to peace, and especially to outer peace. Well, actually, the only thing which disturbs us is inner restlessness. And whatever is there which is making a sound or otherwise like asking for attention, it is our choice to listen or not, to be involved with it or not. And if we really want to meditate, we just turn inside, and it does not matter. And then whenever the exercise is a little more difficult because circumstances are a little more difficult, we just also see it like that. We do not need that deep experience every day, when it is not possible because there's just too much sound. Let's say you're traveling or whatever, then we just see that as a very good exercise, which makes it then more easy later when circumstances are again quite good to go even deeper.